Hello, Bucks fans. Welcome back to Real Bucks Talk. In today's video, we're going to talk about the Buccaneers offensive line for the upcoming season and kind of give you just an idea of what their outlook is for this year and how much have they improved from last season? Have they improved at all? What additions have they made to the unit? And what can we expect going into this season as training camp gets underway for the Buccaneers? But looking at the offensive line, and this is just the projected starting unit for the team. Obviously, you have Tristan Wirfs coming back at left tackle, transitioned there last season from right tackle to left, and he had some up and downs throughout the season. Definitely wasn't as strong as he was playing, the right side for so long. But I think as the year went on, he definitely improved and you saw him get more comfortable, definitely as he got more experience and reps there. And I would expect him to really make that jump this season and play consistency overall. Now Tristan is, dealing with a contract situation as he's entering the final year of his contract, and I would expect the Buccaneers and Tristan to come to agreement here pretty soon, probably within the next couple of weeks. I would expect a deal to get done. And he reported to training camp today, and probably will still be a hold in where he's attending meetings and everything, but just not actually practicing on the field until they can work out that contract. So that is, Tristan. And just looking at him again, he's, only 25 years old and has been everything the Buccaneers could have wanted out of that draft pick from 2020 and has been a superstar player. And I expect him to definitely be here with the Buccaneers for a long time. And just such a good offensive lineman, powerful, strong, athletic, basically can do it all. And now when you look at, who's going to be next to him, because he's going to have a new starting left guard. And the Buccaneers are, that's the big thing I think people don't realize when it comes to this offensive line. They're still trying to replace Ryan Jensen at center and then also Ali Marpet, who departed at left guard. Marpet and Jensen, you basically lose them in the same offseason. Marpet retires in 22, and then Jensen goes down later that year to injury. You know, I think it was like the second day of training camp or something like that. But it's crazy, and now the Buccaneers feel they have that replacement in Graham Barton, who you see here, who Bucks first round pick is definitely a guy that they are excited about. Definitely has a lot of potential. Just overall, has good size, good play strength. Very smart player coming from Duke University, and making that transition from left tackle to center. He does have experience playing center, but that was his freshman season. So, there's going to be an adjustment for him, but I think the Buccaneers and, all the coaches, they feel confident that, Graham Barton most likely will be your starting center. And I think that's a huge upgrade from what the Buccaneers had last season, which was Robert Hainsey. And let's be honest, Hainsey definitely improved, I thought, last season. I thought he made strides in certain aspects of his game, but unfortunately, he just doesn't have the physical tools like a Graham Barton has, where he just comes in as a bigger stature guy that can anchor the middle of the pocket, can really jolt guys back, hold his ground, and really anchor and sit. Where Hainsey, again, just smaller and overall size, where he just doesn't have that strength to, really hold up against bigger defensive tackles. And we saw that, become a struggle as the year went on. So you look at Hainsey, though, Hainsey's a very good, reliable backup at center or, playing offensive guard as well. So it'll be interesting to see what their plans are for Robert Hainsey. And I'm sure if things come to worse, there could be a possibility where Hainsey plays center and you have Graham Barton, move to the left guard spot. to start his career. But speaking of left guard, the Buccaneers also brought in um, Ben Bredesen, as you see here on the screen. He's number 68, I believe. So he's playing right guard right now on your screen. I did some videos on him as well, and also Sua Opeta, who we'll get to in a second. But the Buccaneers brought in Ben Bredesen from New York, and definitely, there's. I think you have to look at it from more context because Ben Bredesen wasn't really surrounded about by like, good offensive line play. And they moved him around a lot. He played right guard, he played left guard, he even played center at times. So he's got some, position flexibility. And it'll be interesting to see, how he does competing against Sua Peta, who also played right guard. He's number 78 on your screen right now. He played right guard. He played left guard as well. Has less experience than Ben Bredesen, but comes from better overall offensive line, and that's why he was really a backup. He didn't really start because the Eagles have really good offensive linemen across the board. So you're bringing in these two guys that are just looking for an opportunity to really earn their spot and become a starter in this league. And I think both are capable. Who's going to be that new left guard that's going to come in and take the job? So those are the new additions, starting with Graham Barton, and then obviously who's going to be the new left guard next to Graham Barton, or maybe it's Robert Hainsey. We'll have to see. But um, and then the right side, I'm really confident about the right side of the offensive line, and that is with the return of Cody Mock, who enters his second season, and all reports say he's definitely added much more weight to his frame. He's definitely filled more out, and a lot of people are expecting him to make that jump, kind of similar to how Alex Kappa made his jump in year two and year three. So that will be exciting to see from Cody because if he can be more consistent and just better overall, that's going to help everyone out on the offensive line. And then another stud that the Buccaneers have, and that is Luke Gedeke, who, after his rookie year, a lot of people wrote him off that, he was likely going to be cut or wasn't going to have success at right tackle after moving from left guard, and then he moved back out to right tackle, and really had a strong season last year. Was one of the top tackles in the league, and really played well, consistent overall. And you just hope that continues. So when you look at these two and Luke Gedeke and then Tristan Wirfs, both 25 years old and really good starting NFL tackles, that has to make you feel good about your offensive line. So that's the unit there. They did draft Elijah Klein, who's another rookie interior offensive lineman who's got a chance to just add depth and be maybe a potential starter down the road as we move forward here. You still have Brandon Walton back. You have Justin School. Those two will probably compete for the swing tackle position. And then, the rest of the guys here, it'll be interesting to see, who kind of stands out, who can maybe make a leap in their play. You still have Luke Haggard, Xavier Delgado. These guys most likely probably going to be among your practice squad candidates, or, maybe they can be that 10th offensive lineman. So that will be interesting. But overall, the offensive line, I think, has an opportunity to really take a step forward this season. It's really going to depend on, the left guard, whoever takes that job and can be consistent overall. And then Graham Barton, can he make that jump kind of similar to how Tristan Wirfs did in 2020 when he started as a rookie? So you're hoping that kind of happens, and we'll see. I think it's a very talented group. I think you have good pieces in place here among the five. So really excited to see how that turns out, how it fits the scheme. And with that said, you have new offensive line coach and Kevin Carberry, who comes over from the Saints of last season, then also worked with the Rams in 2021 and 22 as well. He worked with Liam Cohen. So um, that will be definitely a new dynamic. And how does the offensive line respond to him and his teachings? So that's definitely something to look at and see how it goes. But really excited about the group overall. I think it got bigger, stronger, definitely up front in the interior. Definitely should be improved in the run game. So there's a lot of things to be excited about with this offensive line, and hopefully it can just be consistent. I think that's the biggest word that we're hoping to see this season in 2024 for the Buccaneers offensive line. But yeah, let us know what you guys think. Hit that like button, comment down below your thoughts of the Buccaneers offensive line. How do you expect them to play this year? And let us know what you're expecting from the group. And with that said, until the next one.